Hello and welcome to today's episode of Focus Atlanta. I am your host, Keisha Lancelin. Thanks so much for tuning in this morning. In this week's episode, we'll learn about toxic chemicals found in everyday products. We'll discuss the pros and cons of limiting your child's screen time. We'll chat about ways to enjoy summer events with the Home Depot backyard. We'll begin discussing safe policing. I'm here with Cobb County Sheriff Craig Owens.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, well, this is exciting. Tell me a little bit. Let's start at the beginning. Broad scope. What do you want us to know about safe and safer policing?
Well, I think the main thing for policing about safer is that we have options. And mean options, we don't always have to have a lethal option. We need to have a less lethal option. I think what we're going to talk about today is a great less lethal option that we're using here at the Cobb County Sheriff's Office. And it's being used across the United States. It provides law enforcement in general a great option versus a lethal option to constrain, but to control and restrain individuals who have to come in contact with.
Well, what do you want the public to know, the public to realize about this move into, methods that are safer, not just for the community, but also for the police?
Yeah, I think I want the public to know, specifically our community here in Cobb and across the United States in general, is that again, we have options to safely handle individuals who we come in contact with, that we can safely handle those individuals, restrain them, and get them under control without, again, having that violent encounter, which is the most important thing we don't want to have. We'll let I know our community, we have options and we can do that effectively. And what we're going to talk about today is an option we have is very effective and allows us to do that job very good and keep not only us safe, but the citizens we come in contact safe as well.
Okay, so pepper ball is a non-lethal option that you've been presented with. Tell me a little bit about your thoughts.
So we've been in pickleball probably about 4 years now since I've been in office, and it has been a game changer for us. We've been able to restrain individuals, not only detainees we have in our facility who become unruly, but also citizens or that we have encounters with out on the street, even in our judicial system. We've had 100% effectiveness with it, no failure rates as of yet. No issues with anyone having serious health issues after we use it. It's a very easy cleanup procedure for it. And it just really allowed us to de-escalate situations very quickly and get individuals under control and or restrained as quick as possible without causing any further damage to them or any of our deputies.
Wow. Okay. Well, that sounds exciting for the community. But tell me a little bit about the training process for you and your officers in terms of rolling Pepperball out.
Right. That's a good question. And training is always essential what we do in law enforcement. I think the better we are trained, the better prepared we are to deal with our citizens and deal with them in a safely manner. So pickleball training is not super complex, but is effective. It's a 4 hour training block that our deputies receive. And during that training block, during the training, they are actually exposed to the pickleball itself. So they understand the effects that it have on not only individuals that put it on, but then now they understand it themselves. So they get it. So they get that blast themselves. They understand exactly what someone else is feeling. Pepperball is constantly upgrading their training material for us to use. And it's just a great tool at this point for us.
Sheriff, thank you so much for making time for us here in Atlanta. Is there anything else you'd like to close with?
Yes, man. I like to add, like on in closing note, I think it's important that we in law enforcement have options. And pepperball is a great option versus using lethal force. And I think that's something our community needs to know, that we have options to only control situations, but not to cause someone to be killed from a separate situation that spirals out of control. So we have some, as we like to say in law enforcement, tools in our toolbox to mitigate some of those things, to effectively control some individuals who get out of hand without causing death. And that's the main thing. We want our community to be safe as well as our deputies. So it has been a great tool for us. And I'm so happy we've been able to obtain it and use it up to this point without any issues.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time. It was good to see you.
Good to see you as well. And thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. All right, guys, please take the opportunity to understand that our law enforcement are taking steps in a positive direction to keep all of us safe. So we just wanted to get you some information about some of the tools, as he said, some of the tools in the toolbox that make that happen. Thanks, guys, for tuning in to this segment of Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back with more.